You are in a small office at a car dealership. There is a desk, a screen turned away from you, and a man with a folder. Then he asks a question that sounds helpful. What monthly payment are you looking for? Answer that question, and you will still be paying for that car 7 years from now. Almost 1 in 4 new car loans in America now runs for 84 months, 7 years. A decade ago, that was rare. You are not bad at negotiating. You were asked the wrong question, on purpose. So which is it? Have cars really become that expensive? Or was something built to make sure you never stop paying? Both are true, but only one of them explains why so many car loans now run for 7 years. Start with what is completely fair. Cars really have become more expensive, and not by a little. The average new car in America now costs around $50,000. Cars genuinely are bigger, safer, and more complicated than they used to be. And every screen and sensor in them is real money. Insurance has risen too. None of that is a trick. That is a real product costing real money. But it does not explain the loan. The price of the car and the length of the loan are 2 separate decisions, and only one of them is made in that little office. So here is the whole idea of this video. In plain words, they are not selling you a car. They are selling you a monthly payment. And a monthly payment is not a price. The price is a fixed number. The monthly payment is not. So watch what happens when they adjust it. Say you borrow $50,000 and drive off in a $50,000 car at about the average interest rate. Move that loan from 60 months to 84, and the monthly payment drops by more than $200. Same car, same price, and about $4,000 more in interest. So a dealership can reach almost any monthly number you name. That is why they ask. And none of the ways they do it involve lowering the price of the car. Why would they want to? Here is what surprises most people. A dealership barely makes money on the car. According to the dealer's own trade association, selling new cars is most of what a dealership does, but it is less than a quarter of the money the dealership actually makes. Roughly half comes from the service department, years later. The rest is made in that little office. The extended warranty, the gap insurance, the paint protection, and then the loan itself. A lender tells the dealership what interest rate you qualify for. The dealership is allowed to offer you a higher rate and keep the difference. Listen to that again. Your interest rate is something they are permitted to mark up. Adding a single % to your rate costs you about $2,000 over those 7 years. It adds $25 a month. $25. You would never notice it. That is exactly why it works. But that is only the dealership. Look at who actually lent you the money. More than half of all new cars in America are financed by a lending company owned by the manufacturer that built the car. And that is where this gets much bigger. Take one of the big American manufacturers. Almost all of its business is building and selling cars. Lending money to buyers is a small part of what it does. And yet that small part earns about 1/5 of everything the company makes in profit. So the loan is not a service they offer to help you buy a car. For its size, lending you the money is worth far more to them than building the car. And when you see 0% financing advertised, that is not a lender being generous. The manufacturer is quietly paying the difference because that model is not selling. So look again at who you are actually buying from. Not a car company with a loan department. A lending business with a factory attached. You only find that by reading the financial filings instead of the advertising. Digging that up every week is what this channel does, so subscribe before you forget. Now you know why they want the loan to be long. This is what the long loan does to you. A new car loses about 1/5 of its value in the first year. Most people know that part. Almost nobody works out what the loan is doing over those same 12 months. On an 84-month loan, you barely pay down what you borrowed in that first year. The car loses value faster than you pay the loan off. So after 12 months of paying every month, the car is worth about $4,000 less than you still owe on it. You have not missed a payment. On a 60-month loan, same car, same day, that gap is closer to $1,000. So the long loan does not only cost more, it leaves you owing more than the car is worth for years. That is exactly the position they need you in when you come back. And people do come back. Almost 3 in 10 people trading in a car right now owe more than it is worth. On average, about $7,000 more. That debt does not disappear. It goes into the next loan. Those buyers now pay around $930 a month. the highest average payment ever recorded, and the Federal Consumer Protection Bureau found that people who roll that debt into a new loan are more than twice as likely to have the car repossessed within 2 years. It is not a rare outcome. More people are falling behind on their car loans than at any time in 15 years. So when the payment starts to hurt, somebody offers you a way out. Trade it in and they will put you in something newer for less each month. It works. The payment does go down. Your old debt goes quietly into the new loan. It is written for 7 years again, and the whole thing starts over. Is the man with the folder doing this to you? Almost none of it is his. He did not set the price, write the lender agreement, or decide that dealerships would stop making their money on the car. Dealerships run on 1 to 3 cents of profit for every dollar that comes in. Once the loan is the product, everybody involved wants the same thing. A bigger loan, a longer one, and another one after that. But say, you do not trade it in. Say you keep the car and make every single payment. Think about what that actually means. On the day you make the last payment, the car is 7 years old. At average mileage, it has close to 100,000 miles on it. The warranty ran out years before, and for most of those 7 years, it was worth less than you still owed on it. That is the car you were really buying, not the one in the showroom. So here is what actually protects you. 3 things, and the first is free. First, never answer the monthly payment question. Tell them you are negotiating the out-the-door price, the total with everything included, and nothing else. The payment is arithmetic, not a negotiation. Second, get a loan approved by your own bank or credit union before you walk in. That one piece of paper removes their ability to mark up your rate. Third, if you cannot afford the car over 60 months, you cannot afford the car. A longer loan does not fix that. It just spreads the same problem over more years. There is one question this whole business is built to stop you asking. Not what does this cost me a month? What does this cost me? You do not own a car. You have a monthly payment and it was built to never quite end. So the next time somebody slides a folder across a desk and asks that helpful sounding question, you already know the answer is not a number. And if this changed what you will say, do me one small favor and like this video so it reaches the next person planning to buy a car.